Green flag is being shown. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's Vegas, baby. We are racing in Vegas. And it's a good start so far. Coming around turn 1, no incidents so far. Break up in the back. But so far, it's a clean lap. Russell's getting a good clean get ahead. Sainz has gotten... So Leclerc has gotten ahead of both Sainz and Gasly. So we've got Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly again. Leclerc jumping 2 places. Sainz and Gasly dropping 1. Hulkenberg and Oscar are fighting at the moment. Magnussen has dropped 2 places. Zhou is 12th, Lawson's 13th. And Alonso's gotten ahead of Perez. That is not good. Alonso's on soft tires. That's interesting. Perez and Bottas and Colapino are all on hard tires. Everyone else on medium. So that's interesting. We've got some different strategies down at the bottom of the pack. Looking right now, we are... Ooh, they are side by side. And it looks like Bottas has gotten ahead. No, Zhou has gotten ahead of Lawson. So they were side by side for a moment there. They are getting into a line right now. Russell getting a good jab. He's got about 0.7 of a second ahead of Leclerc. Again, Leclerc has jumped 2 places, getting ahead of Sainz and Gasly. We've got one of the Haas's and the V-Carbs going side by side. That would be Magnussen and I believe Lawson going at it. Magnussen has just dropped. Lawson has moved up to 14th. Looking right now. And Perez just moved ahead. Looks like he moved ahead of Albon. Perez is making some moves to get places back. We have now started lap 2 and DRS is enabled. Yeah, Colapino is racing after trash. It was a pit lane start, though. Verstappen is still P5, Norris P6. Difference between them, Norris is 0.6 behind Max right now. Max, so there is a DRS train. It depends whether you want to count Gasly or not in that train. Russell's he was ahead of second. He's now only 0.7 back. Sainz is out of DRS range of Leclerc, so those two are starting to pull ahead. Gasly's within 1 second of Sainz. Verstappen is within 0.3. He's moved a 10th up on Gasly so far. Looking at what you guys are saying in chat right now, trying to get an idea of what's also going on track. We are running along with Verstappen, who's hunting down Gasly right now. Gasly, again, did start 3rd. He's dropped 1 place to 4th. Norris right now is falling back. He's 0.9 seconds, almost out of DRS range. If that happens, that would break Norris and Tsunoda at this point. Tsunoda's now a second behind. Norris has got an up to 0.7. So there could be a break with the drivers there now. DRS range back down to Ocon out of 1 second now. Zhou within 0.7 of Ocon. Leclerc fastest first sector right now, though Russell has the fastest lap so far. Lawson and Zhou incident leaving the track and gaining advantage noted. So they were driving hard. We are on lap 3 of 50 so far. Russell's maintained the lead. He is the fastest second sector right now. Leclerc fastest first sector. About a 10th difference between, 0.707 hundredths difference between Leclerc and Russell's in that second sector. We are looking, again, they're looking at a battle between Verstappen, Norris, and Tsunoda right now. They're going Gasly, Verstappen, Norris, I should say. Tsunoda's not that far behind. He could be in that in a moment. What happened with Oscar? He missed a start. He got passed by Hulkenberg. He dropped a spot. That's about it. The big winners so far have been Alonso up 2 places and Leclerc up 2 places. The big loser so far is Magnussen. He's dropped 3 places. He's now P15. Perez has also dropped a place. Oscar's dropped a place as well. What does the higher chaser mean? That's how many laps they've done on those tires effectively. Right now, it is number of laps. No more. There's going to be no further investigation for Zoe and Lawson leaving the track and getting advantage. They are going to let that go, as it seems. We are on lap 4 now. Russell has fastest first sector, and then Leclerc has fastest second sector by 0.07. And that's the same gap as it was last lap, as I remember. So the gap between Leclerc to Russell is 0.39 right now. Sainz has fallen back a second and a half. Verstappen is over two seconds. And it looks like Verstappen has passed Gasly on track. And there it is happening right now. It's a clean pass by Max. I'm looking at 3 different things, and the timing board from F1 is probably the fastest I'm getting data from. And that was looks like a pass. Clerk is trying to pass Russell. And he made an attempt, but he got ahead, but could not keep it. Clerk right now has fastest lap. Alonso's being called to pits. Oh, that's not good. Not sure what has happened to Alonso. He is being told to box. He may be out. It's being said that he is out on the F1 timing sheet. We'll see what happens. Alonso did start on soft tires, and that maybe that they are just destroyed. Racing control, false start for Oscar, and it's noted so far. And he is just pitting because he was on soft tires. Is he going to what tire is he going to? Not sure what tire we're on with Alonso, though he's now P20, having stopped. So Sainz is back within DRS range of Leclerc, and that probably is the ultimate of what happened with those two fighting. It gave a chance to Sainz to get back into the mix. Russell right now retaken the. I don't know what they just did a review of the start. I couldn't see where he jumped. So at the top of the board right now, we got Russell in P1 with Leclerc and Sainz. Leclerc is 1.6 behind Russell right now, and Sainz is 0.7 behind Leclerc. Russell has the fastest lap of 138.136, and Sector 2, fastest Sector 2 right now. Fastest Sector 1. What happened with Alonso? I'm not really sure what happened to Alonso. He did start on soft tires. He's the only one who started out on those soft tires. So he came in after 5 laps. I don't know what tire he is on yet. The board has not updated appropriately. And that is on the F1 side of things. That is not, again, you look, we've got the question mark. That there's something in the F1 system where that's not getting information. Russell is ahead by 1.2 right now, and Sainz behind 0.6. So we've got those are the top three at the moment. Verstappen has passed Gasly for fourth place. He's 2.2 seconds off of Sainz, and Gasly is 2 seconds off of Max. Norris is half a second off of Gasly, and that is where our top six sit right now. Tsunoda is in the points, Oscar in the points, Hamilton in the points, Hulkenberg in the points. Hamilton has moved up one place, ultimately. And it is a hard tire that Alonso's on. It finally updated on the F1 data. Looking at right now what you guys are saying in chat. Again, I want to thank the 6,000 who are here right now over the 625 likes. Again, this is Racing Disc's YouTube channel, and this is Crash. I'm in for Ryan this weekend. Again, Ryan has done. He's going to do 22 of 24 races this year. So this is, I think, besides China, I think this is the only other race he hasn't done. Hamilton closing on Oscar. And they are showing that on F1 TV at the moment. Hamilton coming around the inside. Oh, no, that'll be the outside. Oscar's keeping. He's keeping ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton's starting to pull ahead on the outside. Oscar's going to get the inside curve, and it's going to keep Hamilton behind him. So not Hamilton makes a shot. Doesn't Oscar kept the inside track? Here's Hamilton on the trying again. He tried to go on the inside, and Oscar defended very well. This is a good battle between these two. Hamilton's still stalking behind him. He's trying to get past him, but it's still not happening. They're back on another straight. What are they on? Here comes Hamilton. He goes. He tries to get out from behind Oscar, but doesn't. They are now at turn 5. Just past turn 5. They're going around the globe at this point, and they're going to come up to another chance for Hamilton to pass in a moment. Oscar's got a good jump. And we're now up to Verstappen, and Verstappen actually just passed Leclerc. He goes on the inside. He just passes him. It's a clean pass. So there's like no defense from Leclerc on that. So Max now P3 on this race. Ahead of Norris by 2 places. Again, if this continues the way it stands, Max is going to be the world champion. The question is, why is Leclerc so slow? It might be that. So we've got an Alpine and one of the McLarens. So it's Gasly and Norris, it looks like. And Norris is being harassed by Gasly, and Tsunoda is just behind him with Hamilton in tow. So Hamilton did get past Oscar. He's now on the back of Tsunoda, and he's trying to get around him. Tsunoda's defending pretty good. They may have let Max go by because they think he's using up his tires, and so they're burning. So they may think that they'll be able to catch him later with fresher tires later on. Maybe why they just let him go. Though again, Clark, he probably should have fought a bit more. Here's Tsunoda and Hamilton fighting right now. Again, with Tsunoda just right, but Tsunoda and Hamilton are fighting, but Gasly is next, and we're about to get. It looks like may pass. Comes Hamilton. He's going to come on the outside, and he's just going to push right past Tsunoda, and he is past Tsunoda and on the back tail of Gasly already. So Leclerc is pitting. Norris is pitting as well. Did something happen between those two? This is lap 9, lap 10, and Leclerc and Norris are pitting. That's interesting. They started on medium tires. I expect they're going to go to hard tires and go all the way. That would be wild. That is both, yeah, hard tires on both Leclerc and Norris. 2.5. Who else is pitting? Albon is pitting. Stroll is pitted. So that's going to drop Leclerc and Norris back 16 and 16 to 17th effectively. But again, they're the only ones. They're the head of the people who have pitted so far. Yeah, I don't know why they're putting on those tires really early, and I don't know if they're going on a two-stop strategy where they'll run the rest of the race. Oscar Piastri did get a penalty. It's a 5-second penalty. No, he hasn't stopped yet. So, and it is a 5-second penalty for a false start. Here comes Max, and he is charging against Sainz right now, and he's on the outside of Sainz. And he's just pulling ahead of him. And he is going to be a clean pass for Max. Carlos did not defend at all. They are calling Oscar into box, so he will serve that 5-second penalty. Sainz is coming into pit. Gasly, Tsunoda, Oscar also pitting. So we got an early pit cycle. I did not expect the pit this early. Sainz coming in, and he is basically going to be a 2.3 stop. I suspect that he will be on a hard tire. Oscar is going to be a long stop. Gasly did a 3.3 stop. So did a 2.3. Oscar's going to be 8.9, but that's a 3.9 because he had to serve a penalty. Oh, okay. So Oscar was out of the box is why he had a false start. He was too far outside of. He stopped outside of the box. Not that he started a jump start. Is that he was outside of the start box. That's why he got the 5-second penalty. So right now, Russell and Verstappen P1, P2 at the moment. Russell a 9-second gap over Verstappen at the moment. We'll see how long those guys go on those tires. We've got again almost half of the grid shuffling over from medium tires to hard tires, with the one exception being Alonso being an early stopper, being on soft tires to our hard tire. Perez is the only other driver who's Bottas and Colapino, the other drivers who haven't stopped yet, who started on the hard tires. Max is coming into the pits right now. Presses Joe for C6. Again, you're gotta give times. Ocon is pitting, Joe is pitting, Lawson's pitting. Norris has the fastest lap right now, 1:37 on new hard tires. So Max is going to come out P6, P7, maybe P8. Ocon's coming out. And where did he come out of? That's Perez coming ahead of Hulkenberg. So we've got early pitting strategy. Is this going to be a two-stop race? Is what I'm looking at. Again, Russell, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Perez, Magnussen, and Bottas and Colapino have not stopped. Of those, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Russell. So it's the Haas's and Ferrari and the Mercedes who are on medium tires who haven't stopped. Again, why early pit for everyone? It seems that this may be a two-stop strategy for a lot of people. It could be a one-stop strategy if they push it on those hard tires, but I don't think we saw that during FP1. So or during the practices. Russell is going to pit. He's going to go 12 laps on those medium tire and pit. Russell's a 2.4 stop. So Hamilton's going to inherit the lead of the race by virtue of people stopping. Ultimately, the gap loss on a green flag stoppage is 21 seconds. So that would put, if Hamilton stopped now, he would drop approximately back to 12th. Russell's going to come out only P2. He's only going to stop. He's only coming out P2. We've got a lot of people passing right now. One of the McLaren's passing one of the Alpines. What happened with? What is going on with Aston Martin? They don't have the right tires. I don't know which driver that was. So right now our top is Hamilton 1, Russell 2, Hulkenberg 3rd, Perez 3, Verstappen 5th, Magnussen, Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Bottas. Of those, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Perez, Magnussen, Bottas, Colpino have not stopped. And again, 3 of them are on hard tires. Sainz is getting ahead of Magnussen on track. Kikyo saying we need a miracle, red flag / rain, lol. I mean, I am the harbinger of red flag, so we have the right person. And Russell is retaking. Hamilton's pitting. That's why. So that Russell is now retaking the lead by virtue of Hamilton pitting. We'll see where Hamilton comes out. He's right now 9th after pitting, which is not as bad as you would expect. So right now, Perez is 2nd, Hulkenberg is 3rd. Again, these drivers haven't stopped yet. Haas pushing those medium tires. They're on 13 so far or 13, 14 laps in this race, and they've gone so far with those medium tires. Perez is on 13 on a hard tire, so his pit strategy is completely different from everyone else. The only other 2 who are on hards are Bottas and Colapino, both 13 laps. So that's where we stand at the moment. Presby cooking on Street Circus Dylan says. Jerry, I want a Hulkenberg podium. Hulkenberg does not have a podium, actually. That would be a first for him. What is the pit window for hard tires? I would believe it's going to be closer to, I would think closer to lap 20 or 25 if they're doing some sort of switch in that regard. They could go even further. Verstappen going 3rd because Hulkenberg is now pitting, actually. Hulkenberg is on a medium tire, so Haas has pushed the medium tires the longest. And it's a 2.6 stop for Hulkenberg. So they're explaining the strategy to Lewis over the radio. Right now, he's ahead of Magnussen right now, which is actually a better place than I expected. So right now, those who haven't stopped is Perez, Magnussen, Bottas, Hulkenberg. Not Hulkenberg, Colapino. Magnussen should be coming in it should come in at some point. He's been on those medium times now 14 laps. If he's still getting good performance out of them, good for him. Looking at anything. See, Hulkenberg. Science, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like Plan C for the moment. That's something over the radio. Just looking at what they're saying at the moment. They're talking between Plan C and Plan A. I don't know, again, Ferrari with their letters. Gasly reported on. Ooh, what just happened? Gasly with an engine failure, Gasly engine smoke. Yeah, he's coming in, and he is pitting, and he is coming into the pit, and he is done, unfortunately, at the DNF. Ooh, blow engine. That's unfortunate. He started P3. No, not a puncher. It's more than the engine went on his car. He did manage to get back into the garage, got it back in the pits. So that is unfortunate for Alpine this weekend. Checo is P3, but again, remember Checo's on a different strategy right now. He's done 15 laps on a hard tire, so he has not stopped yet. He's just been passed by Sainz. That's like not a great sign for him if that's happening. Again, Sainz is on a newer hard tire. Leclerc right now is behind Perez, half a second behind Perez at the moment. See if he is. Hamilton is the fastest lap right now, 137.091, fastest first sector in that lap. Hamilton right now is P6. He is past Norris. And right now, looking at Charles Leclerc, P5, dealing with Perez, and he's going to. He is on the inside making a pass, and he gets ahead of Perez. And then right behind Perez is Hamilton. They're going around the globe right now, and Perez is about to be passed by Hamilton. Again, Perez is 16 laps on a hard tire, whereas Hamilton's only 3 laps on a hard. Behind Hamilton is Norris right now as well. So this is not good that Perez is dropping. Perez is yet to pit. He's again done the entire race under these hard tires. I believe there goes Hamilton around the outside. He's going to pass him. Norris is going to make a. Yep, Norris went on the inside of Checo. So Checo just lost 2 places to Hamilton and Perez. So he's dropped down to 7th. He has not stopped on those hard tires. And though he's being eaten up by everyone else who had stopped. The gap to. Why are they showing the gap to Sainz? That's weird. They're showing the gap to Sainz. And this is Perez now stopping, putting on medium tires. So we saw 17 laps on those hard tires. Are we looking at a 2-stop strategy here? If not a 3-stop? We'll see how people are doing. But Perez has now put on medium tires. So he's done the exact opposites. So where everyone started on softs, he's now started on hards, moved to mediums. He's coming out P14 behind Lawson. That's going to make things interesting. And we're getting a shot of Gasly getting out of his car in the garage, and he is retired. He is done for the day, unfortunately. Magnussen and Bottas have pitted. So Magnussen was on a medium tire. He's now gone to hards, Whereas Bottas started on hard, he's gone to a medium tire. Colapino has also pitted. Finally, he's on a medium tire, and that leaves the only outlier right now on strategy was Alonso. He started on a soft, he went to a hard. He's done 13 laps on those hards so far. He is up 7 places after one cycle of pitting. As we stand right now, Russell is at top of the board. He's got almost a 10-second gap to Max. He's actually pushing that gap bigger. That gap is slowly getting bigger. So we've got Russell 1, Verstappen 2, Sainz 3, and Leclerc 4th. Hamilton is 5th, and Norris is 6th. Looking at what you guys are saying here, this could be a 2-stop or a 3-stop strategy depending on the tire degradation, how they're feeling with tires. There's a feeling that there will be probably a second stop for these cars. That's kind of how it stands at the moment. Lou was saying, as it stands right now, VCARB is 6th in the Constructors' Championship. That it would be on the strength of Tsunoda earning points. William would pick up 2 points. I believe Tsunoda, VCARB is picking up, I think, 4 or 5 points. I think it's 4 points. How is Verstappen second? He's passed people. He's legitimately passed people. He is legitimately three places ahead. He has passed. He passed Gasly. He passed Sainz. He passed Leclerc. So he is legitimately in second place. So we're at lap 20 of 50. We're 40% of the way through this Grand Prix so far. Air temperature is 18 degrees, and I believe track temperature is about the same as well. It is has increased, which is interesting. It has. Looking at what you guys are saying in chat right now. If you guys have any questions for me, Grash, just at Grash Riza in chat, and that will highlight my name so I can make you more visible. Cost ladder 4 title will be sealed here. Yeah, right now as it stands, Max is currently in position to win the championship. He is ahead of Lando significantly. No, Sainz. He's done more than one lap on those hards. It's been a few laps since he's pitted. What happened to Gasly's engine blew? He managed to get back to the pits, but his car is retired. Right now, looking at what's going, any other action on track or not, who's close. Hulkenberg's in. So Hamilton is close to Leclerc. Hulkenberg is close to Albon. And then Bottas is close to Magnussen right now. Most of the action as it comes to right now. Again, Russell right now leading this race after 21 laps. Yeah, 21 laps. He has a 9.7 second gap. Now with 9.9. So he's got almost back to 10 seconds. 10 seconds gap to Verstappen. Sainz is a third behind Verstappen, and Leclerc is 2.8 behind Sainz. Hamilton is 0.6 behind Leclerc. So that is action we are to be had in a few seconds. Again, the other action of note is Albon, P9, P10, Albon, Hulkenberg, 6 of a second behind Albon. Norris tired dad missing bro, and I think that is yeah, no, like Norris, Sonoda, there's and that's not that's upstream with the data. Ultimately, that is how I'm looking at the F1 timing board as well, and that means basically there's something screwy in how the data is being pushed out or being gathered on F1 side. There's nothing we can do about it. That is a issue in the source. Well, Ferrari win the championship right now. Ferrari is in a good place to lead the championship. The constructors championship is going to go down to Abu Dhabi. There's really no way to put it. It's just that close. A good weekend for one team means another team is going to fall behind. McLaren not the fat. Yeah, I mean McLaren is 6th and 8th right now. Ferrari's 3rd and 4th, and that means Ferrari is right in a position to jump ahead of McLaren in the constructors. Yeah, Norris has dropped now 4 seconds behind Hamilton. Hamilton is in range of Leclerc. He's stalking him, but he's not close enough just yet. He's 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 getting closer, but he's not getting close enough to make a pass. Hulkenberg has he's 0.4 behind Albon, so he's closer, 0.3, so he's getting closer in that regards. And Hamilton just did a fastest lap. Now Sainz just did fastest first sector though. Now having it's the yeah, I mean Hamilton is getting closer, but he's not close enough to make that pass. What does Hamilton radio say? Yeah, he's saying that the Ferraris are fast on the straights, which is where he gets close, he gets into the curves, he gets closer, and then they get on one of those straights and they head straight out speed. I have no clue what they just did on the globe. It looked like an old man Dragon Ball Z character in a weird way, but I don't know what they were advertising for. Sainz catches Verstappen. No, Sainz is still 2.4 out. Yeah, there's been like no real change between 1, 2, and 3 in terms of their gaps, and 4 as well. Hamilton is staying within point 0.5, point 0.6. He might get up to point 0.4, point 0.3, but then Leclerc gets on a straight and throws that out of whack again. So Hamilton is slowly gaining each lap. He's closer than he was 2 laps ago. Basically, what it is. He's now under 6 tenths where he was up above 6 tenths previously. And I think Hulkenberg did get a pass of Albon. He is now 2.5. The Albon's dropped back 2 seconds. So Alonso is in range of Zhou at the moment. Hamilton still within that point. He's closer. He was 0.6 2 laps ago. He was 0.5 last lap. He's now within 0.4. He's slowly gaining on Leclerc, but it's a small amount each lap. Verstappen losing so much time straight. Yeah, but he doesn't need. No, not really. The gap between Verstappen and Russell has not really changed. It's in about 10 seconds. In fact, Sainz has actually dropped back a little bit. He was like 2.3, 2.4. He's now 2.5. So there's really no problem with Verstappen right now. And at this point, Max is in a perfect place. He doesn't need to push the car. He doesn't need. I mean, he's literally got open air between the gap between him and Russell is basically open air at this point. Russell slam dunk wins. We've seen Russell bottle it at the end of the race before, so never say never with him. We're watching Sergio Perez at the moment. He's 14th. He's behind Lawson. That is not good. For those who are fans of Checo, this has been heartbreaking these past few races. Checo is trying to make a move on Lawson right now. He's going to go on the inside. And it looks like he has passed Lawson for 13th. What are the odds for Verstappen winning the drive? I mean, we're in like 90%. We're in the 90% percentile for Max winning the drivers right now, and mostly because he is ahead of Norris significantly. And Alonso has pitted. Alonso has pitted again. It's going to drop him one place ultimately. He's in the back of the pack. I think he's back onto hard tires. We'll take a look at what you guys are saying in chat right now. We've got Oscar 1.5. We've got Hulkenberg half second behind Oscar, and then Oscar 1.3 behind Sonoda. So there's some action there. Leclerc making movement on Sainz. He's only 0.7 behind. Hamilton is 1.5 behind Leclerc now. And then Norris is 7 seconds off of Hamilton. So 3, 4, 5, they're within 2 seconds, just over 2 seconds. Here comes Oscar. He's coming in for another pit stop. I think that was 15 laps on that hard tire. So that's odd. So he's gone. So this is 2, 3, maybe even 4 stops. if they're hitting again, he's done 2 stops within half of the race. So these tires are not surviving. They're not. They're getting into 10 10 laps for the medium, and then 10, 15 for the hards, and then these tires are done. So I didn't expect tire degradation this high. If Oscar's any indication, he's going to pit again somewhere around after 37, 42. Right now, actually, Russell's pace is actually better than Max's. He's actually improved in his first sector. And the interval between Russell and Max is ballooned between 1.6 seconds more than it was a few laps ago. Russell has a 1 lap advantage on Max, and another lap advantage. So it's 2 laps on Sainz and 3 laps on Leclerc. Hamilton has 1 lap advantage on Russell, though. That's the only, and that's the top 5. But there's again 11 second gap from Russell to Verstappen. Norris is 8 seconds out. So without something major happening, him making a push some way, there needs to be a push by Norris. He's falling back even more. It's now 9.1 seconds. Russell pushing. He's pushing right now on those tires. He's now 12.2 ahead of Max. Colapino, Albon has retired. Why has he Carcott plastic? Is what someone's saying. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So Albon, it looks like is retired. Come to the pits and retired. Colpino is pitting again. It looks like for a new set of cards, it looks like. So we are seeing multiple pit stops. Max is spitting right now. He's gone 15 laps on those hard tires. Hamilton is pitting as well. 13 laps on hard tires. So we're looking at like a 3-stop strategy based on these tires. Verstappen is a 3.4. Hamilton is a ooh, that's slow. Hamilton is a 2.6 stop. Sainz Smith's hit. He'll come back around next. Russell 1-stop strategy again. Would he do that? I don't know. I mean, he's been pushing those tires pretty well, and they've been pretty good. He's again like 15 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Again, that's slated by the fact that Hamilton and Verstappen have stopped for a second time. And it looks like they've both gone onto another set of hards. So it looks like another 15 laps, and they may stop again to do maybe like a soft strategy. And Max has gone off the tracks. Oh boy. Again, that's those pushing those tires before they have energy in them. Perez right now in 9th. He's done 10 laps on those mediums. If indication, we'll see how far they push those mediums. If you go along without changing tires, what are the major consequences? You actually lose grip. Your grip, you get less grip out of your tire, and for that reason, because you don't have the same grip, you slow down effectively. Here is Sainz. That was a 2.2 stop. So Sainz having his second stop. Cold track tearing up. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's something that we, the tire integration question. It's something that you can't gather really well out of practice. Sainz dropping behind Verstappen and Hamilton. He'll be ahead of Tsunoda, but Tsunoda and Hulkenberg will be a second behind Sainz. It'll be an interesting battle to happen there. It's like Ocon came in a little rough. Just broke so to make sure he got within pit limits. Gasly, why did they retire? Because his engine blew. Yeah, old school engine blow. That's basically what happened. So again, right now we are, you see, lap 30 of 50. Again, you're listening to the Race YouTube channel. This is Grash with you live in the middle of the night of Vegas. Thank the 8,292 who are here. We've got over 1,000 likes. Thank you so much. Just looking right what you're going on. Yeah, M Theory, knowing the fact that Carlos had a bad stop. Myers just won 8K on the slots at MGM. This is Formula One luck, baby. Good luck to you, my friend. Congrats. Don't spend it all in one spot. Tsunoda is pitting right now. He did a 2.5 stop. Looking at right now, as things stand right now, Russell is P1 with a 16-second gap over Leclerc. Norris is third with a 29-second gap. Verstappen is fourth. Now, granted, he has stopped and Norris hasn't stopped for a second time. So he is 33 seconds behind. Hamilton, who also stopped, is P5. Again, stopped for the second time. He is 34 seconds behind Russell. And Russell has only stopped once so far. If he stops right now, Leclerc would inherit the lead, and with about like a 5 second gap. So 21 second loss on a green flag stop here at Vegas. Can Max still win? It's gonna take. He's gonna need something to happen with Russell for it to happen. Norris is now pitting, so he went 20 laps on those hard tires. Take a look at his pit time. And Hamilton just set another new fastest lap, 136.748. And Norris's pit time was 2.1. What happened to the Williams team? Bad weekend. Albon has retired, and Colapino was a pit lane start after crashing. Again, another bad weekend for Williams. Ocon Radio saying he got hit by Lawson. Ooh. Do we have a replay of that? As it stands right now, Max is now P3. He's now again ahead of Norris. And that is, again, they're back on same pit numbers. Max P3, Lando P7. Again, Russell hasn't pit, Leclerc hasn't pit, and Hulkenberg hasn't pit in that top 10. Perez, Zhou haven't pit as well. Perez pushing 13 laps on those medium tires. But he is behind Zhou, who's done 19 on the hards. But Norris has just pitted ahead of him on new hard tires. So he is within a second. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Verstappen is 7/10 behind Hamilton right now. So Hamilton has passed Max. And Hamilton has done another fastest lap. Leclerc is now pitting. So he did 22 laps on that hard tire. And I think he's come out ahead of his teammate Sainz. So Leclerc is now 3.7 seconds behind Leclerc. Sainz is going to pass Leclerc because his tires are in active range already. He's 4 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen's 1 second behind Hamilton, and Hamilton's 32 seconds behind Russell. So Russell basically has a free pit stop in hand as it stands. Zhou is ahead of Oscar. Currently, he is, but it is based on the fact that Zhou has not stopped the second time, and Oscar has. And that's the same with Perez. He has not stopped. Hulkenberg hasn't stopped. And here is Russell coming in for his second stop. And he's gone to another fresh of hard tires. So that he's going to come out. Let's see where he comes out. And Hamilton is pushing hard on those hard tires out of the gate. He's doing a fastest lap after fastest lap on hards. And it's only 27-13. There we go. That's more appropriate. So Russell is going to come out with a 12-second gap ahead. He has this, again, Russell has this race in hand. Easily has this race in hand. It's a matter of him not bidding it. And Perez has just come in 15 laps on a medium tire. So who's left right now is Hulkenberg and Zhou have not pitted yet on these tires. And Perez is going to drop to 15th behind Magnussen. As it stands right now, we've only 2 retirements. We know Gasly's engine blew. I believe Albon, something went wrong with his car. And here is Colapino passing. Looks like he's passing Bottas. Getting a replay of the rookie getting ahead of the outgoing driver. Hamilton has been cooking. His previous 2 laps were fastest laps, and he's also 8 places up. So this is a 1-2 right now, legit 1-2 for Mercedes right now. Which year is this? 2020 or 2021? We'll find out in a few laps. Right now, Max Verstappen is P3. He is 1.9 seconds behind Hamilton. Sainz is 3.5, and then Leclerc 2.0. Hulkenberg was P6. He's now pitted. He had not done his second pit. He did 19 laps on a hard tire. Zhou right now is 21 laps. Ocon 21. Lawson 21 laps. So they are in range to pit soon. Magnussen has done 15 laps on a hard tire. Again, the odd one out has been Alonso. He's 9 laps on a hard tire. I'm not sure that we're not going to see. We should not see another pit, but you may not. It's one of those. If one person makes a jump, others might make a jump for another pit. Russell did pit. He is has 2 pit stops. He's done 1 lap on this new set of hard tires. Yeah. A zero question is asking if position states like this can claim the 4th championship. Yes, currently right now Max is in the championship seat. He is ahead of Lando. Lando, in order to this to go on to Qatar, Lando has to beat Max by 3 points this weekend, and he has not. He is currently not in that position. Lewis is absolutely quick. Yes, he absolutely. This has been hammer time this weekend. Classic hammer time. I have not seen. It's been since like 2020 or 2021 since we've seen Hamilton go hard, and he is going hard on these tires. So we will see if he has to pit again or how these tires are going to perform later on. Again, Zhou, as we noted, has had to pit. Again, he went 23 tires on a hard. He is again dropping because of pitting. And Joe right now is P16 as he drops. The only other person who has not hit, there's two people who have not pitted. It's basically Lawson and Magnussen. Magnussen is 17 laps on the hard tires. So he's got time to go. And then Lawson is 23, so he's about to pit soon. That would put Hulkenberg back into points. We've got a Tsunoda and Lawson, though. It's more Tsunoda is behind Ocon. It's not a fight between Lawson and Tsunoda. It's Tsunoda almost making is on in range to make a pass on Ocon. This is a battle for 9th place at the moment. And Tsunoda is gonna make that pass. He's going to get it. Where are they right now? I think they did it around turns 15, 14, 15, 16. He made that pass, and he's now in 8th. Ocon is in 9th. Lawson is in 10th. Lawson 24 laps on that tire. Hulkenberg is within, and Hulkenberg's going past Lawson. So that is a sign that they need to bring in Lawson to put on new tires. Alonso's behind him, 0.4 seconds behind Lawson, with 11 laps on those hard versus 24. So that is the next person that could potentially pass Lawson at the moment. Lewis Juggernaut pointing out Lewis is gaining on Russell. That is true. He has so where he was about 10 seconds behind previously a few laps ago, he's now 8.7. He's got fastest first sector, another fastest lap. Hamilton has done like 3 or 4 fastest lap over the last like 5-6 laps. Leclerc has just taken that from him, but he has done fastest lap after fastest lap. Leclerc just did a fastest lap by 0.003 seconds. Fastest third sector. Hamilton has the fastest second sector, fastest first sector again. So it's not. This is not daunting. This is hold my beer. Challenge time for Hamilton to make another fastest lap. Comments at Norris. Norris has been invisible. He's been basically. He started 6. He's still 6. He hasn't moved forward. He hasn't moved back. His teammate Oscar has moved up one place. I mean, that basically this hasn't been a great weekend. This right now, McLaren has been behind the curve, behind Ferrari right now. I'm not sure of the math at the moment. One of you guys in chat will probably do it for me, but I know right now. I'm not sure that Sainz. It's going to be close. I think Ferrari might be jumping ahead of McLaren. It's going to be a much smaller gap. If it is, it's going to be a very small gap between the two teams as it goes forward. It's going to be a very small gap. Again, as it stands right now in terms of the Drivers' Championship, Max is ahead of Norris, and that basically puts him in place to win the Drivers' Championship. I don't see Max pushing the car. He's not pushing for a race win. He's driving for the Drivers' Championship right now. Russell and Hamilton are pushing for. I mean, Russell is pushing for a win. Hamilton is making another advance on his teammate, another fastest lap, another fastest first sector. He's now 7.5 seconds behind Russell. So this is this hammer time for a classic hammer time? We've got 12 laps to go. It's lap 38 at 50. So 13 laps actually, I should say. Why did Gasly tire? His engine blew up. As I understand, something got into Albon's car, and that caused a fault in the car. If I'm wrong, please someone correct me in chat. But ultimately, those are the only 2 retirements right now. Adrian, Lewis is gaining on Russell by a lot. His tires might struggle at the end. That is the one thing that is interesting. That is going to be how are Hamilton's tire going to perform 10 laps from now? And here's Lawson being in he was in a sandwich with a Haas and who's the other one? I think Perez was the other one. We're gonna see that again. Oh my God, that was a Lawson sandwich. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, so Lawson has got Perez on one side and Magnussen on the other side, and he's being squished. There was contact. Perez got ahead of Lawson, but Magnussen did not. But it was literally a 3 wide Lawson sandwich. You can quote me on that. So Leclerc has gotten fastest lap again, 1:36.079. Again, Hamilton has gone fastest first sector again. He's finding time in that first sector. And he's 7.4 right now. It is 4/10 faster in that first sector in this last lap. It is another 10th faster than, so he is a half a second faster already than Russell on this current lap. So that is interesting that Hamilton is finding time. Russell's not. Russell finding time in that third sector. In the last lap, it was 3/10 in Hamilton's favor. 2.5, I should say, in Hamilton's favor. Let's see how that goes with this current lap. Russell does a 1:36.275 lap. Hamilton does another fastest lap, 135.880, and that's 0.6 faster. So Hamilton goes 0.6 faster than Russell. Don't know what Russell's sector 1 time is, but his sector 2 is a fastest sector 2 time. Max right now is in 3rd position. He is 6.1 behind. So he's dropped a little bit back, but Sainz is a little bit closer. He's actually now in DRS range, and Leclerc is within range of Leclerc. So it's interesting to see Ferraris have inched closer. Sergio Perez right now with 11th, with Ocon behind him, half a second behind him. Perez has the tire advantage. What's going on? Ocon's dropped back to a second, but it was half a second there for a moment. Other places in Hulkenberg is a half a second within Tsunoda. So we got some places where people are getting closer. Leclerc is 0.7 behind Sainz, so he's got DRSS range. Sainz is 0.8 behind Verstappen. So there's a battle, 3-4-5 battle going on. We've got a 8, 9, 10 battle going on right now. A potential 12, 13, 14 battle going on at the moment. Is Max killing his tires to keep up? I'm not sure he's killing his tires. I don't think he has been. But I think Max is on 13 on hard tires. Sainz is 12 on a hard tire, and Leclerc is 9 on hard tires. So Leclerc has 4 laps advantage on Verstappen, and Sainz has a 1 lap advantage on Verstappen. Again, 3 laps advantage from Leclerc to Sainz. So Sainz, and Sainz has been doing fastest lap after fastest lap. It's been interchanging between him and Hamilton. Hamilton's time to Russell has dropped another second and a half. He's 6.098 behind Russell, almost just above 6 seconds behind. He's been increasingly advanced each lap. We are on lap 41 of 50. We are 10 laps to go, and he's just dropped below 6 seconds. Here comes the Ferrari. So Sainz has just passed Max, and so we've got Max between the 2 Ferraris. Here comes Leclerc. Hamilton just did another flying lap, another fastest lap, 135.480. Here comes Leclerc. He's obviously not getting fastest lap fighting with Max. He's on the outside of Max. He does switcheroo. Max defends. They're still going. Max is defending from Leclerc. And it's going to be a bit of separation between Max and Leclerc at the moment. Sainz slowly getting away. He's only 0.6 ahead of Max at the moment. So they are within range of each other. If something were to happen, Max could get ahead. Max is now. He looks like he's charging on. From Leclerc's view, it looks like Max is falling. Leclerc is starting to fall back. Gap was 0.6 between the 3 drivers. Now 0.7. So they may be. It could be that we're looking at their recharging battery at the moment to go for another go around on this. As it stands right now, Max is ahead of Norris, significantly ahead of Norris. As things stand, he will be winning the championship. Even if Leclerc passes Max, Norris is 11.5 seconds behind Leclerc. I don't see Norris making up that gap at any point at this point. Again, we're in lap 43 right now. We've got 8 laps to go. Hamilton only only 5.5 seconds ahead, behind Russell right now. He's been charging. He's been going at it. He's been eating at it. I'm not sure Hamilton's going to have enough time to get at Russell for a P1, P2 challenge. But that is definitely from P10 to P2, and to be with only a few seconds behind, he's going to be only a few seconds behind Russell at the end of this race. Again, the big action right now is Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc. They've spread out a little bit. Verstappen's 0.9 behind Sainz, and Leclerc is still 0.8. So they've spread out a little bit. They're about now equally about 0.8 from each other. Looking down, we have Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Alonso all within a second of each other. And that's the other place to be looking at on this board. Norris just did a fastest first sector. We'll see if that holds out. If he's actually going to now try and push. It may be too late if for that push right now. Again, he's 10 seconds behind. So the gap has between third, second, fourth to 0.6. Looks like Leclerc is moving on Max, getting closer. 0.37 now. It's getting closer. We're getting a good view of Leclerc from behind Max. Max doesn't have to defend just yet. He's still that far back. Looks like he's fallen back a little bit. Got a flip view from Leclerc's view right now. Right now, we've got Russell, Hamilton, P1, P2. Sainz is a third on that podium. Verstappen is fourth. Leclerc is fifth. Again, the importance here is more. It's more bragging rights, really going between Max and Ferrari. Max in third with Ferrari third and fifth, fourth and fifth would be a big deal. Whereas Ferrari third and fourth, Max fifth, where McLaren is sixth and seventh, that would be a big point. That would push Ferrari into the lead of the Constructors' Championship. Again, right now, this race is in Russell's hand to lose it if he bins it, and we've seen him bin races at the end when he was leading. So this is why I'm like, don't say never just yet. We're on lap 45 of 50. We have 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Russell's ahead of Russell's ahead of Hamilton by 5 seconds. Just dropped below 5 seconds right now. There is then a 9.5 second gap from Hamilton to Sainz. So P1, P2 is established right now. P3, P4, P5 is where the battle is. And that's Max has dropped off a second, 0.1 off of Sainz. Leclerc is 0.7 behind, 0.6 behind. So he's still stalking Max. And he's just waiting. It really is. He's waiting for Max to make a mistake somewhere to take an advantage on Max. And he's got a 4 lap advantage on Max with his tires. So he's got time for that. Down out, we've got Hulkenberg at 9th, and then we've got Tsunoda and Alonso rounding out the last 3 in the points. Perez is 0.6 behind Alonso. It would be a big deal. I would be a big deal for Perez if he got ahead of Alonso and scored a point. P10 is a bigger deal than P11. We're on lap 46. We have 5 laps to go. The gap between Russell and Hamilton hasn't decreased. In fact, Hamilton is 5.1 behind Russell. So at this point, I don't think there's any reason for Hamilton to push his tires and take that risk. It is a 1-2 right now for Mercedes, which is that's a big deal for them with the season they've had. Again, the big battle that we're looking at right now is between Leclerc and Verstappen. Verstappen has dropped back 1.6, so Sainz is getting away from Verstappen at this point. So we're looking at a 4-5 fight at the moment. And Perez has got ahead of Alonso. Perez has passed. He's in 10th position in that last point position. And Alonso's falling back. And that makes sense. Perez has 13 to an 8-lap advantage on Alonso on hard tires. Again, everyone's on hards at this point. Hamilton's slowing down, not too much. He's not doing fastest lap after fastest lap as he was before. Again, we've got Gasly and Albon basically have retired. They're putting Ocon out on. No, he's pitting. He's gonna come out on soft tires. So they're gonna try and do fastest lap glory. I don't know why, but because you're not gonna get the point for it. He has been basically Ocon and Bottas have been lapped at this point. So they're putting him on soft tires to do soft tire things, basically. If you guys haven't voted for driver of the day, now's the time to do it. Again, we are let me see, where is it? Lap 47 to 50. Again, this is Race TV channel, and this is Crash with you live coverage. I want to thank the over the 10,000 of you who have been with us during this race. Thank you so much. We got 1,188 likes so far. Again, we passed 134,000 subscribers on our army this weekend. I want to thank all of you who are a subscriber. And I want to thank everyone in chat, including the family. Those are the girls in green, Paula. Andrew is here. Sparky is here. Che is here. I know there's more here. Andrew is here. Again, these are the people who have thrown a few bucks each week, month after month, have thrown a few bucks. And Leclerc has passed Verstappen. As I was going over that, Leclerc finally did make that pass, and it's a clean pass. What is going on with Hamilton? Hamilton's having issues staying on track. So we are at 3 laps to go. Russell right now, we've got our Russell 1, Hamilton 2, Sainz 3. Leclerc is 1.8 seconds off of Sainz. I don't think he's going to end up doing. Verstappen is P5, Norris is P6, and Oscar's P7. So as it stands right now, Max Verstappen is going to be a 4-time world champion. As it stands right now, we are not done. We're not done. We'll see what happens. He's as it stands right now, but Lando, what you guys saying about Lando's pitting? I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. It has been windy in. Norris called in for fastest lap. Is he going to go for the fastest lap? He's got 20. Yeah, yeah, that would definitely seed. Sylvester Stallone is going to fly the checkered flag this weekend. So Oscar, so he does have. So Lando is pitting. 2.5 seconds stop. What are those? So this is a attempt for the fastest lap. Definitely an attempt for the fastest lap. And this is to get a point. Oh. There we go. Someone trying to spam. So here we go. We've got Lando now coming out. Again, he was like 23, 24 seconds ahead of Oscar. So pitting was not going to change anything. So we are on the final lap right now. What is McLaren doing? They're basically going for an extra point. Lando was in a position where he could pit and come out ahead and keep his position. So they're putting him on soft tires to get the fastest lap, so they can get an extra point in the constructors. As it stands right now, Mercedes is basically doing a 1-2 this weekend, and Sainz is going to be the third person on that podium. Leclerc is going to be fourth, Verstappen fifth, Norris sixth. And again, basically what this means is that, basically by doing that pit to go for the fastest lap, they are ceding the position to Verstappen to take the world championship. And here we go. Here is the last lap. Will George bottle it, or will he actually finish this time? Following along with Russell right now. He is on the back straight right now, going through the strip. So far, so good. Here comes Hamilton. He is second. Norris has fastest first sector in this last lap. Here comes George. He's going to have to pass Lawson. Lawson will have to get out of the way per rules. And that is Russell head first. It's one of the Alpines that's been passed. That'd be Ocon. Here comes Hamilton. He's going to come in second. Here comes Sainz. He is third. Leclerc fourth. And across the line fifth is Max Verstappen and your 2024 World Drivers' Championship. A 4-time World Drivers' Championship. Congratulations to Max, our 4-time World Drivers' Championship, our 24 Drivers' Championship. Norris coming around. We'll see if he gets the fastest lap. Currently, Hamilton holds it. Norris comes along, and he does get fastest lap. Norris will get fastest lap, so that's a point to McLaren that they weren't going to get it. So we've got a 3-4 finish for Ferrari and a 6-7 finish for McLaren this weekend. That's going to bring, I believe it's going to move Ferrari ahead of McLaren. But it's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Looking at it, you guys are cheering for Max. Yuki will hold for 9th place. Perez will pick up 10th place. So Hulkenberg will get 9th, and that is going to help. That will help a big help for Haas in that 6, 7, 8 fight. Alonso was on as 11th on the outside, Magnus 12th, Zhou 13th, Colapino 14th, Stroll 15th, Lawson 16th, Ocon 17th. He was lapped. Bottas 18th. He was lapped, and Albon and Gasly were retired. Yeah, Colapino did gain 6th place from pit start. That is actually a good for a rookie. That's actually really good. The only other person who did better than Colapino was Hamilton himself, who started 10th, finished 2nd. And then Perez started 15th, finished 10th So those are the top 3 gainers. The big loser is Ocon. He dropped 6 places, though he was not starting. Again, we had Gasly started third and retired, unfortunately. I want to thank everyone here. We had over 10,000 of you here at one point. I want to thank you. That was for the time zone and whatnot. I want to thank everyone who came. Again, this is Grash. I have been in for Ryan this weekend. He will be back next weekend for Qatar, and again 2 weeks from now for the finale in Abu Dhabi. It's been my pleasure to do this weekend. Crying out loud, like, Vegas is awesome. I know Ryan doesn't like Vegas, and he has his reasons, but I am the exact opposite. I have loved, even last year, even with all the issues, the race last year like made up for everything for Vegas last year, and I've had a blast doing quali. I had a blast doing the practices this weekend. I had a blast this doing this race as well. Again, congratulations to Max Verstappen. He is the world champion again, 4-time world champion, 2004 World Drivers' Champion. Congratulations to Mercedes for the 1-2. Congratulations to Ferrari 3-4, which is going to push them into a commanding, I believe, a lead with the constructors championship. Thank everyone who's given me props in chat. As it stands right now, you will see me again this Friday for practice in Qatar. So looking at right now, people who still go to F1. Mercedes might get qualified again. Oh, Dark, you, what a bright ray of sunshine you are right now. Again, Russell was Mercedes did have a 1-2 earlier this season, and Russell was disqualified for not having enough fuel in his car. No, it wasn't fuel. It was a weight was under by I think a kilogram. So Norris did get the fastest lap. That is a point, and that's why they at that point they ceded the world championship to Max, and then went for the fastest lap for the point in the constructors championship. I'm just trying to see anything else. All right. I want to thank again everyone here for Racing Statistics YouTube channel. This has been Grash. I will again. Ryan will be back next weekend, and then I will see you again for free practice 1 for Qatar. It's been my pleasure to do this race, to have the clinching championship race for Max Verstappen. Again, for the Racing Studio channel, I want to thank again everyone here. I will see you in Qatar. Have a good morning, evening, whatever time it may be for you, and take care. We will see you again in Qatar for the second penultimate race of this season. Take care, everyone.